Good morning, students. Today we are going to see the third supplementary reader in our English subject, Earthquake, written by M.S. Magadevan. Students, what comes to your mind when you think of earthquake? Simply speaking, earthquake means the shaking of the earth's surface. It is a sudden trembling of the surface of the earth. Earthquakes certainly are a terrible natural disaster. Furthermore, earthquakes can cause huge damage to life and property. Some earthquakes are weak in nature and probably go noticed. In contrast, some earthquakes are major and violent. The major earthquakes are almost always devastating in nature. Most noteworthy, the occurrence of an earthquake is quite unpredictable. This is what makes us so dangerous. There are so many reasons, there are so many causes of earthquakes in general. Induced earthquakes, which are caused by human activity like tunnel construction, filling reservoirs, and implementing geothermal or fracking projects. Volcanic earthquakes, so they are also associated with the active volcanism. Collapse earthquakes also, these are all the causes of earthquakes. So we it is not sure or there is not possible for us to face an earthquake in our state. There are we need to select a safest place. Suppose we happen to face an earthquake. The best place or the safest place to move is getting under a strong table or desk. If no sturdy object is available, we have to go next to an interior wall with no windows. So this may be the safest place. If you don't have if you don't have shelter, hold on to your neck and head with both arms and hands. So this may be the safest place in order to save ourselves. Suppose we happen to face an earthquake. In this lesson, earthquake, we are going to see one young person, a 17-year-old young boy named Bridge. We are going to know about him, how he faced his family, how he escaped the earthquake, or what happened to his family when his family met an earthquake. And after meeting or after facing the earthquake, how Bridge, the 17-year-old young person, lived his life. So, what are the family members he could save, and what are the family members, who are the family members he lost during that earthquake? We are going to see that in detail in this lesson. Students, let us go to the lesson. Greetings, traveler. You looked tired and cold. Are you a stranger to these parts, waiting for the bus to Badrinath? Perhaps you are a pilgrim or a visitor to the Valley of Flowers. Anyway, whoever you are, come with me. Wait at my tea shop. It is just past the bend in the road. As you can see, I am carrying this can of milk to the shop. In 10 minutes, I will have a fire going while you warm yourself. I will prepare for you the best cup of tea in all Garhwal. It will chase away the pinched blue look from your face. Here we are. Welcome to my humble roadside tea shop. Make yourself comfortable on this wooden bench. It looks rickety, but it will hold your weight. Students, what do we understand in these passages? So, the 17-year-old young person, young man or a young man, Bridge is meeting a strange, a meeting. He is meeting a traveler. So that traveler has now come to Bridge tea shop. Bridge is owning, he is running a tea shop. So that person, stranger or the traveler, so the traveler might have an attitude to go to Badrinath. Okay, Badrinath, you could have heard about that. It's a Hindu temple in Uttarakhand. Okay, so that stranger, the traveler, might have uh, he may be going to travel. He may be going to Badrinath, a holy Hindu temple in Uttarakhand. Now he has that traveler has come to Bridge tea shop. Okay, so Bridge is now welcomes. He now welcomes that stranger, the traveler, and he wants to give him a cup of tea. Okay, so Bridges says to the person, in 10 minutes I will prepare a tea for you, because only if you take a tea, then only the blue look from your eyes that will remove. Okay, it will remove the blue look, will remove from your face only if you take a tea. So he Bridge just welcomes the person, the stranger, to his tea shop. So his tea shop is located on the roadside. Okay, so after taking the tea, the person, the stranger, can feel comfortable, and Bridge asks him to sit on the wooden bench. So he says the wooden bench looks rickety. So rickety means it may be likely to collapse. The bench can be made poorly. Okay, it can be made poorly. So the bridge advises or bridge tells that person, no, you need not be afraid, so you can sit on that bench, it will hold your weight. My name, sir. So he himself, Bridge himself, introduces to that stranger. So I am called Bridge. My name is Bridge. I am 17-year-old. I started this tea shop 2 years ago. Before that, I worked in a roadside shop outside Panipat. So before starting this tea shop, Bridge was working in a roadside stop outside Panipat. Okay, Panipat is also a city in Haryana. It is 90 kilometer north of Delhi. It's a historic city. Panipat is a historic city. Three major battles fought near the city in 1526, 1556, and 1761. So Panipat is a historic city. So the heat, the crowd, the pollution, it was all too much. I had served most of my earnings. I came back, and with the little help, I started this shop. By the grace of God, it provides me a decent enough livelihood. So before running this tea shop, uh, Bridge was working at Panipat in a roadside shop. So severe heat and crowd, overcrowd, pollution. So all these were disturbances for Bridge. So that he had moved from that place, and he had now settled in this place. Here your tea is ready. Strong, sweet flavored with the cardamom. Okay, cardamom na ஏலக்காய் flavorல உள்ள ஒரு tea. Bridge has prepared a tea for that stranger. Enjoy it, sir, while I get on my with my chores. This is my daily routine. At sunset, I will shut my shop and walk back the 3 miles to my dwelling on the hillside. The name of the village. So his village is from 3 miles distance from the tea shop. Name of the village was Molti. Okay, it is no more. Molti is gone. Okay, the Molti is not now. It is no more. It is gone. Bridge says. So what happened to his village Molti? என்ன நடந்தது அவனோட வில்லேஜ் மோல்தி அப்படிங்கிறவனோட வில்லேஜுக்கு என்ன நடந்தது ஸோ அப்படிங்கிறத he just explains. So what happened? It was 4 years ago in the month of October. One night, the earthquake. Yes, tremors. Tremors, tremors, a slight earthquake, are common in this part. So they are all mountains. Those places are mountainous, so that so it is very common. It is very casual for earthquakes. These snows may seem eternal. So he just bridges, just explains about the snow, which is eternal, which is eternal, and lasting or existing forever. So the snow, all the snows seem are living or existing forever. The Himalayas may look solid, but the truth is deep down they are unstable. இதை பார்க்கறதுக்கு ரொம்ப ஸ்ட்ராங்காக இருக்கலாம். Okay, eternal, existing in a permanent place forever. So all these things may look like a, but in fact they are unstable. We who live here are accustomed to tremors. So நாங்கள் வந்து இந்த ட்ரமர்ஸுக்கெலாம் பழகிட்டோம், எர்த்துக்குவேக்கெலாம் நாங்கள் பழகிட்டோம், அது அடிக்கடி வர்றதுனால. ஸோ வி ஆர் நாட் அஃப்ரேட் ஆஃப் எர்த்துக்குவேக்ஸ், பிரிட்ஜஸ் இஸ். But what happened to that night was more than that. It was a terrible earthquake. Its effects were felt as far as away Delhi and Lucknow. So the effect and the earthquake effect, it was felt as far as away Delhi and Lucknow. So it was a terrific earthquake. Can you imagine the devastation at the heart of the earthquake? Devastation. Devastation means the state of being destroyed. The epicenter was in a valley not far from here. So the central of that earthquake was in a valley not far from here. So there were 670 villages in the valley. 602 were destroyed. The earthquake lasted less than 5 minutes, time enough to set these centuries old mountains crashing, to reduce our villages to rubble, to snuff out hundreds of lives. So, what happened nearly in that valley? 602 villages. So, people in 602 villages were living. So, after that earthquake, all the 670, 602 villages were completely destroyed. Okay, so எல்லாமே crash ஆயிடுச்சு. They reduced our villages. The earthquake reduced all our villages to rubble, to snuff, or to hundreds of lives. Hundreds of people, thousands of people died in that earthquake. It was sheer chance that I was away that night. I had gone to Payuri. So it was a very rare chance for me, because at the time, the night when that earthquake occurred, I was not in my native village Molti. I had gone to Payuri. For the living, the nightmare began at daybreak when the new news trickled in of the large scale devastation. There were dozens of landslides, huge boulders thrown haphazardly across the motorable tracks and roads. Precious time was spent in blasting the rocks and clearing the way for army rescue teams. It was all of 4 days before help arrived for Molti. So the next day, after that earthquake night, the next day there was a shocking news to all of us. What was that? So when we see the place, everything was completely collapsed. There was a severe or great destruction in that place. Many people had died. Huge boulders means rocks. Very large rocks were thrown haphazardly, not in proper order. So motorable tracks are in collapsed manner. Okay, roads are destroyed or broke. They broke roads. Many roads broke, and it took 4 days for our Molti village to receive help. So after that incident, immediately army rescue teams rushed came to that spot, and they started the rescue operations. I was among the first to reach the village. My uncle accompanied me. We feared the worst, but nothing had prepared us for what we saw. Every single house, every wall, every roof had been flattened. Stone, rubble, and dust were all that remained. Stone, rubble, இதுதான் டஸ்ட் மட்டும்தான் மிச்சம் இருந்தது. Everything collapsed. Everything collapsed. many people, many of our relatives. So everyone had died. Our house. So now Bridges talks about his own house. It was a two-story stone building with a slate roof. My great grandfather, அவரோட தாத்தாவுக்கு தாத்தா, பிரிட்ஜோட தாத்தாவுக்கு தாத்தா அந்த வீட்டை கட்டியிருந்தார், had built the house. We were a small family. My father had died after an illness just 14 months ago of that earthquake. அந்த earthquake நடக்கிறதுக்கு முன்னாடி just 14 months ago, Bridges' father had died after an illness. My mother took care of us. So after the demise of my father, my mother was taking care of us. We were three children. I was the oldest. Bridge was the oldest person in the family. My brother Nulu was 10, and Pooli, his sister, okay, she was just a 2-year old baby girl. She was a baby of the family. My grandmother was also living with us. So this was the status of his family. So all his family members, he's now seeking the family members. When the soldiers began to clear the debris, my uncle led me away. So I had gone to Payuri that night when that earthquake occurred in my native village, or in all the in that valley. So I had stayed with my uncle that night. So my uncle also accompanied me, so he led me away. I was in a complete daze, confusion, too numb to feel anything. I could not imagine anything. The soldiers had set up a makeshift camp. Someone gave me tea and biscuits. I don't know how long I was there. Suddenly it was evening and uncle was standing beside me. So immediately the time came very fast. காலையில் இருந்த மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு, அடுத்து டக்குன்னு சாயந்தரம் இருந்துச்சு. So I couldn't imagine. So I cannot believe why this happened like this, or how this happened like this, and where are my family members. I couldn't imagine anything. I couldn't think of anything. I was just speechless. Uh, Bridges says, I have taken the bodies to the river bank, he said gently. Come, you must perform the last rite before sunset. Tomorrow we will go back to Payori. So Bridge uncle says to Bridge, what Bridge uncle has told him, அவன்கிட்ட என்ன சொல்லியிருந்திருக்காரு, so please come fast, we have to perform all the rites to the dead bodies. Okay, to the we have to take all the dead bodies to the river bank, and we have to perform the rites, last rites. I had last seen my family while leaving for Payori. கடைசியா நான் பயோரி போறப்ப I saw my family. So all my family members were standing at the doorway and waving their hands. Ma, grandma, Neelu and Puli. So my sister, my brother, my grandma, my mom. So everyone was waving their hands. That is the way I will always remember them, smiling and waving at me, not as the white shrouded, lifeless figures I saw. So now I can see only the dead bodies. So I cannot tolerate any situation. Puli, she was not there. So I liked her very much, as she was a very 2-year old baby. I liked her very much. So I was searching for her anywhere, everywhere. They have not found her, my uncle said. So the army rescue men couldn't find my baby, find my daughter, find my sister. My uncle said, the wild animals, Bridge, don't look like that. She's dead. So what his uncle said to Bridge? So she might have died. Wild animals might have taken her body and eaten that. His uncle told him like that. So that was so horrible for Pooley. But we must find her, I shouted. So, but Bridge did not believe in that words of that uncle. She may be live, she may be alive, so she could not have died. So she strongly believes that. Bridge, get a trip on yourself, uncle pleaded, but I was beyond reasoning. I ran back to the village, to the spot where my house had stood. So I could not think anything. So I did not know what to do next. I simply ran back to my village, and especially to the place where my house was standing, because at that place there was no house. his house was not there after that earthquake. So all the house was completely broken. Okay, it was completely destroyed because of that earthquake. Okay, students, let us wind up this video with this. In the next video, let us see the rest of the lesson. Thank you.